In this video, I'm going to cover calibrating an analog input. Alright. From this window that pops up when you first start, you hit Calibrate. This is how you would calibrate your charger voltage, which is not important. Alright, here we see the various analog inputs that we have enabled. This is a simulation, so there's 10, but depending on your hardware, there could be 1 or 4 or whatever it is. The TFIO module, this will also say TFIO module, and then it'll have analog input cards and discrete input cards, but for our purposes, we're using the simulator. Again, we can show the current value, 100%, 0%. Alright. We have the range, which is, as you know, the range. So if I set this to 200, it sets our range at 200. So our entry is still at 100 as we haven't called yet. So we'll zero our input, which in the real world that would be on a 4 to 20 signal. You would actually send a 0 current, so no current. Hit OK. Now we're going to do the low cal point, which would be your 4 milliamp signal, or however you would like to scale it. If you'd like to do an inverse scale, it would be your 20 milliamp signal. Since I'm doing a 0 to 100 or 0, just a 0 scale here, I'll do 0 again for my low cal point. It shows a reading of negative 0.004. Now for my 100% cal point, I will move my analog input. In this case, you would apply a 20 milliamp signal or move your system so that your transmitter gives a 20 milliamp signal. Hit 100%. But I want my target to be 200, so hit OK. It's going to say it differs by 2%. That's OK. In my 50% cal point, I'll move is going to be 100 as I'm using a range of 200. So I'm going to move my system to approximately 50% here. Obviously 100 is going to be the 50% points. Hit OK. Calibration is complete. And so now when I move my analog input full scale, I should see roughly 200 at the top, 0 at the bottom. If I would look at this plotted over time, I can use the trend function. This gives us like an auto scale here. Let's double click on this to change your scale if you don't like the auto scale. Your min range we'll leave there. Max range, let's do 225 because we had 200 max. That way we don't go off the chart. So here we see the fixed scale, and since I have my I/O set at 0, it's not going to have anything on. So as I increase the thing, see we max out at 200 and it holds a little more than 50, 25, well this will be 50 here, I'm sorry, 25% on the slider. You can see how you could plot that and watch your system over time and make sure everything's working properly. Okay, and that is how you calibrate an analog input.